Now, it was put to you by Advocate Mnisi for accused number 3 that your evidence is a fabrication. And in support of that proposition, he referred you to Exhibit KK4, call record of the downloads. And you were taken through the date of the 2nd of August, 2014, and also the date of the 15th of October, 2015, as appears on the 3rd page from the end. And the proposition was put to you that the fact that there's no chronology in the times. For instance, you have, on the first page, you have AM, then you've got PM. And same with the 15th of October. Now, that was the basis of the proposition, that the fact that there's no chronology on the times, that indicates that your evidence is a fabrication. What is your comment?
My comment is it's definitely not a fabrication. That is the way in which I receive it. You can see all the transactions or communications or something was done, let's say, on the 2nd of August. It's numeric according to the date, nothing about the time. You must read the whole day.
Let's sit down for the long adjournment. Can we then take the long adjournment?
Does it mean to go on with him?
Yes, I think we'll safely finalize him today.
What the time now? How long will you be with him?
Just after 1.
How long do you think?
Maybe another 10 minutes or so, my lord.
Yeah, why don't you sit?
At most. Right.
It is going to be 10 minutes. If it's more than that, fine. We can adjourn.
Now, I just want to refer you to page 70. Page 51 of the record of the 3rd of June, 2024. I don't think you have it. The evidence of Ms. Faithillingham, and I just want to put her evidence on record for your comment. She testified as follows. Ms. Faithillingham, you cannot differentiate between a call or a message under GPRS data because it is internet usage. Do you have any comment?
I agree with her, my lord. Well, it's good to have the cell phone physically in your possession to download it, then you got the rest of the information.
Now, Advocate Nisi and Advocate Nshilole, in fact, all counsel asked you about the addition of the 2 hours to the downloads. In cross-examination by Advocate Nisi, you referred to the abbreviation UTC. Sorry, that was not probed further. What does that stand for?
It stands for Universal Time Constant. It's the same as happened this weekend. The Springboks was playing around about 5 o'clock, and we was watching the game around about 11, 12. So Australia got 7 hours, we got 2 hours, which you have to add all.
I just can't even believe that even up to now, he still believes in his plus 2 hour UTC theory. Yes, it's UTC plus 2 hours, but not for South Africa. Let's go ahead and read what first of all, South African time zone is South African time zone, okay? So let's just go ahead and read it now. Let's start. South African Standard Time, okay, SAST, is the time zone used by all South Africans. Did you hear that? All South Africans use the very, 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 very same time zone. I'm just so exhausted just even trying to explain this, but let me try one more time. And we have the same time zone with Lesotho and Eswatini, and we also have the same time zone as Central African Time. Okay? Now, since you want to bring up the Springboks game that was on Saturday, okay then. And you know what surprised me looking at my stats? I learned this week that majority of the people who watch my channel also watch rugby. Like, I was like, what? Really? I was quite shocked. So shout out to the rugby fans in the comment section. Drop a rugby ball down below. Let me know if you watch rugby. I'm truly curious because I was like, YouTube, are you sure? But you know what? So let's go back to Mr. Steyn. Mr. Steyn says, I'm even just trying to recollect is just crazy. I feel like repeating something crazy, I'm gonna sound crazy. So he says, so rugby in Australia was at 5. Okay, okay. And then in South Africa, we didn't watch it at 5. We watched it at 11, 12. Now let's do the counting. Okay, he said 5. It's 5 in Australia, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 7 hours, okay? But with a quick Google check, Australia is actually 8 hours ahead. So, Mr. Steyn, why aren't you adding +8? You used the Australia example, not me. So, since you used the Australia example, why are you not adding +8? +8 hours, okay? To take us to the time that you watched the rugby match. South Africa is what? 8 hours behind. Very important that I add that. South Africa is 8 hours behind Australia. Or, alternatively, Australia is 8 hours ahead of South Africa. I hope you guys have enjoyed this TED Talk and that this makes sense. I know, members of the Unfiltered jury over here, we understand it. But for Baloyi, our learned advocate, and our judge, our esteemed 50-year experienced judge, I'm sure these guys have traveled as well, have had to sit down and count what time is it wherever and used the UTC. But now that they're in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, they are not copacetic understanding of time zones. World time zones, that is. So when you say UTC, it's universal times constant, aka worldwide. But you know what? I'm not even gonna try to convince these 3 men. That's on them. That's no longer a me problem, and that's a them problem. Okay? Let's continue listening on and see if there's any improvement. But shout out to the Springboks. We saw you. We saw you take another win. Okay.
Yeah, just to elaborate on that point. But you're watching the same event at the same time.
That's correct.
Then Advocate Numal, on behalf of accused number 4, referred to page 71 of the record regarding the addition of the 2 hours on the downloads. And he referred to the following passage on page 71, line 12. The state says, I'm outside, 26 October 2014. The time is given as 04:57:36.
That's correct.
And the state then asks you, what is the actual time? You then say the actual time will be 06, in other words, 18:57, just before 7, 1900 hours.
That's correct, my lord.
If you can just identify for us that exhibit.
The transactions at what time?
Just the exhibit on the screen.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it correct that it's section 25 from Vodacom?
That's correct, yes.
If you refer to and what is the number in respect of which the 25 refers?
The number is 27608 0436.
Yes. And this was identified as whose number?
I think so, 12.
Yes. The one that was used by Longway.
Longway, that's correct.
If you can refer to the 8th transaction from the top, just refer to the number at 1857 and 35.
That's good, that's correct.
Just put that information and record the number, the date, the time, and the call type.
The number in question is 27608 040436, and the date is 26 October 2014. 1850, we must mention the call.
Here's the time.
The time is 21:01:59.
No, just the one above that.
Well, the time is 18:57:58.
No, 35.
Well, 55. And there's a MOSMS. It's a SMS made to the number. The number belongs to Zandi. It's 2774676669.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I'm not feeling well now.
Okay.
She said page 50.
Page 46. Would you want a brief adjournment?
Please.
Okay, please.
Okay. Come back what time?
We can come back at 2, my lord.
Okay, do it. Yeah.
Saved by the Colonel. Yes, they finally got their lunch break because now he said he wasn't feeling well because he was struggling to find the pages. It was just getting really hard for him. Initially, Baloyi had asked for them to have their lunch adjournment, and Judge Ratha said, no, continue on. Keep on going. So they continued on until this moment where, Mr. Steyn just couldn't do it anymore. He needed to go have his lunch. Well, I'm sorry, he said that he wasn't feeling well. Anyway, so they go for the adjournment, but as you can hear, there wasn't much of anything else after that. It's just a strange phenomenon only known to Baloyi and Steyn and Judge Ratha. They're the only ones in that courtroom who understand this UTC business, how he's explaining it. I mean, it is crazy business if anybody asks me. But if you have a better way of explaining UTC, please go ahead, drop it down in the comment section down below. But guess what? This is the end of the video. Absolutely. Thank you so much for making it this far. So if you've made it this far in the video, absolutely thank you so much. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that share button because that helps the channel as well. You know what? If you look right now, take a look. If you look right now and you see the likes are less than 1,000 likes, please go ahead and just hit the like button. That means you haven't liked the video. Let's get this video over to 1,000 likes because you guys are viewing, are commenting, are definitely sharing. I'm very, very happy about that. But I'm noticing the like button is being skipped, overlooked, ignored. Yeah, let's go ahead and use that button. It's a great button. When you hit it too, you get some bouncing colors from the YouTube app. So let's go ahead and assist the channel. That will make me really, really happy. Thank you so much. If you've watched the ads as well throughout this video, thank you so much for keeping the lights on. And that is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on my next upload. Have a good day.